There was a roadmap for Gati Shakti. Why we last met when you launched the entire logistics blueprint. In this budget, it just looks like you're taking great steps towards achieving that goal. Your assessment, let's start from there. Road, rail, and of course the ports.
It's a transformational initiative. The way Prime Minister Narendra Modi has conceptualized Gati Shakti, it's completely changed the way we plan our projects, the way we execute our projects, monitor our projects, and finally implement them successfully to serve the people. For example, using Gati Shakti, we have identified over 155 critical bottlenecks which if plugged can actually make logistics costs significantly lower. Then we were able to find that almost 42 of them are at different stages of approval or implementation, so we have the funds for that. About 100 projects we identified which cost about 75,000 crores, which if we can quickly implement, it will have a transformational impact on our logistics costs and ease of doing business for both domestic and export business. Honorable Finance Minister has been gracious enough under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to provide 75,000 crores so that these 100 or so projects can be quickly taken up and will quickly give results to the common man, to businessmen, to the people at large, and help upgrade the infrastructure for logistics in the country. So Gati Shakti is truly giving us remarkable results. Project planning has become smarter, better, implementation is faster, and I'm sure in the years to come, every rupee spent on infrastructure will truly have a big impact on India's competitiveness and India's ability to keep our wheels of the economy moving better and faster.
Will this budget bring out the animal within the private sector? Because it's important to create jobs. It's important to go ahead and grasp this growth story. We need the private sector to bring out the animal instinct in them.
Well, private sector always looks for indication of demand. And if you recall, way back in 2014 when we had just come in, the banks were in a bad shape, having lent money left, right and center to all sorts of wrong companies and ineligible projects also. At that time, we also had a lot of demand surplus capacities which was far greater than the demand. And therefore, we saw a little slow implementation of projects. I'm happy to share with you that currently, all private sector corporations, both in goods and in services, report that they are finding their capacity utilization has improved significantly. Post-COVID, the demand has been good, their sales have been robust, their international engagement and exports have grown manifold, and I am quite confident that with this budget, which has given a big boost to infra spending and capex spending, the private sector investments will also get a leg up.
Piyush ji, good evening. This is Zaka Jacob here. Just a question on one of your ministries about import and export numbers. We had a record year in 21-22, $420 billion of exports. This year, 22-23, April to November, it's about just a shade under 300 billion. I want to know your outlook, particularly because we are seeing sort of recessionary tendencies in Western markets and so on. What is your outlook for how we will end fiscal year 2022-23 in terms of our export numbers?
Well, I think last year we did about $674 billion, both goods and services. My own sense is this year will be a robust growth combined between goods and services of about at least in double digits. And services, of course, are growing faster than merchandise. It's a strength area which we are really catapulting us to one of the top service exporters in the world. And on merchandise also, we are seeing sluggishness in world markets, particularly with high inventory buildup, shortage of foreign exchange in some of the developing countries who are large importers of Indian goods. but overall we still believe our exports will be in positive territory.
Global recessionary trends, will it hurt us?
It will hurt us on the merchandise side. On the services side, we are very confident that we'll continue to grow very, very rapidly.
PLIs should have been incentivized. The ambit should have been opened. Agree, disagree? Feedback from the corporate sector.
It is open. It is open. I disagree with the expectation or understanding some of the journalists or people had. PLI has already been adequately funded in this budget. It has been approved in the past budgets for 1,97,000 crores in industry and 76,000 crore for semiconductor. We already have the approval and the funding. Wherever a specific sector comes up with a scheme and with the guidelines, we go to the cabinet and the cabinet is authorized to approve it. It was never expected to be a part of this budget. It is already a part of earlier budgets and fully approved.
Final question,
We'll keep
Piyush.
hearing about announcements in the days to come.
Piyush, final question. Opposition jibe is this government over promises, under delivers.
Well, I would like to ask them whether we have delivered or not 3.5 crore approximately houses for the needy and deserving. Whether they recognize that what they failed to do for so many years, the Modi government did by providing 11.27 crore toilets so that no sister or mother or daughter ever has to face the indignity of going to a field or in the open for their daily needs. Whether 3.5 crore, 3.25 crore homes which are deprived of electricity received a free electricity connection. How 9.5 crore homes got a free Ujjwala LPG gas connection because of which they are saved from 400 cigarettes every day. Whether 46 crore Jan-Dhan accounts were opened or not. Whether for 28 months the people of India, the 80 crore poor and lower middle class families, 80 crore people got twice their entitlement under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. And now from 1st January, they do not have to pay anything for their food entitlement under food security. It's totally free. Central government will spend 2 lakh crores on it. Whether 50 crore of our brothers and sisters are eligible for free healthcare or not. I can keep listing out the many achievements. And this is a government that performs. It's an action-oriented government. We under-promise and over-deliver. And I think that is the angst of the opposition. And that is why the people of India continue to bless Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP for the good work that Prime Minister Modi is doing.